Hey there, so I'm going to do my video tonight on supervision, and the reason I chose this topic was because I feel like my supervisor at my field placement does a really good job with supervising me. I feel very supported by her. I feel that we are on the same page about a lot of things, and I can talk to her about a variety of things that I didn't really think that I would talk to my field placement supervisor about, but we'll get to that in a minute. So my placement is at Hawthorne Recovery Center, which is an opiate addiction center. My field supervisor her name is Christy, and she actually was a UNE graduate a couple years ago, and this was her field placement. She did her field placement at the same place I did, and then they hired her on as a clinician there. So it's really interesting that she has sort of had some of the same experiences that I have. She knows how difficult this is to work full-time and go to school part-time and do this field placement and try to fit it all in while being a mom and being a wife and all of these things. So we have kind of a lot in common. Also, to back up, I actually have known Christy for several years. We went to the same high school. We were in the same graduating class. We were not friends in high school. We weren't enemies, but we didn't really run in the same social circles. But she was definitely an acquaintance, someone that I knew. So it's been interesting because we know a lot of the same people, and we've both grown up in this town, and we've both remained in this town, which is a pretty small town. So that, coupled with the fact that she also has worked at DCF in the past, which is where I currently work, in the same office actually. So it's kind of weird, all these things that we have in common. One of the great things about supervision with her is that she's really transparent, and she has a good idea of who she is and the struggles that she has, as well as the strengths that she has. And I try to be that way also. I try to be pretty transparent, and I think I have a good understanding of what my challenges are and what my strengths are, and I try to bring that into my practice. She's also pretty, I wouldn't say confrontational, but she's pretty direct, and she doesn't have an issue confronting clients when they're doing something that maybe they shouldn't be doing, or acting inappropriately in group, or using when they're on the program. And that's stuff that I really am trying to get from her, to learn from her, because although I'm able to do it, we have talked in supervision about I just have a different way of doing it. I'm not really confrontational. I can confront people, and I can call them on their stuff, but I sort of do it in not a really aggressive way. And I think I get the same results, but I sort of go about it a different way. And the thing that I like is that she respects that, and she understands that, and she understands that there's a place for that, and that can be a strength as much as being in-your-face confrontational. So it's been a really good experience so far. She's been supportive. She's offered me constructive criticism. It's funny, we were in a group the other day, and she was facilitating it, and she said to me, "You can speak, you know." And it's a group I had been in many times, and I'm certainly not afraid to speak in it, but it's, we kind of have that back and forth, and I wasn't offended by it. It's sort of like a cue to me, like, okay, you're being too quiet, you need to speak up and say something. So it's really good. So I guess my question to the group is, what kind of things do you talk about with your field placement supervisor? Do you find them to be helpful? And is there anything that you can think of that maybe your supervisor could improve on? Okay, I hope you have a great night. Thanks so much.